What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with some Destiny 2 news and updates. And so in this one, Bungie have yet more updates to give regarding various bits of content in the game. They do talk about some bugs and disabled items, plus we get a little bit more information about the upcoming Grandmaster Excision. That should be fun. But additionally, we'll talk about unlocking new stasis perks, some loot glitches, as well as new armor sets for all of the rituals inside of the Echoes episode. There's also a useful fix for some folks who are still not able to get the Kvostov auto rifle. Plus we'll talk about other quest items and the return of DMG to the community team at Bungie. So a few things to cover today guys. As always, I hope you enjoyed this one, but without further delay, let's get into it. And so firstly, some updates from Bungie here regarding bits of content in the game, and they say, we are investigating an issue where Breach Executable's weekly challenges are unable to be progressed in a match-made fire team, and currently players can complete the challenges by selecting the Expert Private option to complete the activity with a pre-made fire team. Not necessarily something that everyone will want to do, but a useful workaround if you do want to get those challenges completed, and I'm sure Bungie will get it fixed soon. But otherwise, Bungie Help also said, due to an issue, we've temporarily replaced the Final Slice's finisher animation with a different one, and the issue will be fixed and the original animation will return in a future release. I think this is actually due to a glitch that allowed players to get infinite time to do DPS in the new raid or something like that. So obviously, Bungie have gone ahead and fixed it pretty quick. But otherwise, another useful update here. And Bungie revealed the other day that they are releasing a Grandmaster version of the Excision mission, and that's the 12-player mission that we got after the launch of the raid. It will still be capable of taking 12 players, but Karu from Bungie did confirm that it will not have matchmaking. So whether you go in there with 6 players or 12 or anywhere in between, you will have to get all of those players into the fire team initially, which will obviously limit how many players actually get this completed, although at the same time, a match-made Grandmaster version would probably go pretty badly as well. So let us know what you think about it. Bungie teased that the reward for completing it will be worthwhile. We don't know what that reward will be, although something I actually didn't know, there is a key called the Memory of the Witness, which allows access to a bonus chest in the Excision mission. I didn't know the bonus chest was even a thing. It actually drops from the Witness inside of the raid, so for any folks who can get those, it might be worth holding on to them till the Grandmaster variant drops. Also related to Excision though, and Katarina confirmed that the team is still investigating issues where the cutscenes that we get at the end of that mission don't show up. So that will be yet another fix at some point soon. Otherwise, in relation to prismatic fragments, Bungie did confirm as well that they are account bound and they will unlock for all characters after you unlock Prismatic on the first character. So that's a positive. And talking about subclass fragments, we do actually get new ones for Stasis of course, and 3D Hero on Twitter did share. Don't forget to visit Exo Stranger to actually pick those fragments up, something I haven't done yet. But there is the Whisper of Reversal, and while you have Frost Armor, melee damage slows your target, and then Whisper of Chill, where Stasis weapon final blows have a chance to create a Stasis shard. So be sure to visit the Exo Stranger if you want to pick up those. Other updates from Bungie though include that they point out there's a bug at the moment where the enhanced physic perk gives restoration ×2 instead of restoration ×1, which is what they'd outlined in patch notes previously, but that isn't unintentional, and Bungie say they're not rushing to fix it, but it will be updated in the future, and they wanted to let players know in case it impacts your crafting decisions. Another funky one, but for the Exodus Titan chest piece, it turns out that Radiant actually nerfs the damage of it. Not sure why that happens, but the D2 team once again confirmed that this isn't intended, and they're currently investigating a fix, so hopefully another one that we'll get soon. Next up though, for any folks who are still working on picking up the exotic class items, there is actually a way to double dip and get 2 of them dropped during one mission run. It isn't something that I've had the opportunity to do yet, but it's still possible at the moment, so if you're actually running that mission in order to pick up additional rolls, it probably is worth doing until Bungie fix it. There's also a shout here for any folks who are still stuck on the Kvostov exotic quest. Bungie have implemented a couple of different fixes for that exotic now, but there's still one that affects some players where they've killed all of the bosses and collected all of the traveler orbs, but they're still stuck on 16 motes. And a pretty consistent fix for that at the moment appears to be that if you put your 16 motes in the vault and then get a kill on the meatball boss in the blooming overthrow, it is possible that the blooming boss then will actually drop the last mote you need. I'm not sure why it won't do it if you have your other 16 motes on the character, but then if you grab the 16 motes that are in the vault, of course it will become 17 and subsequently drop the exotic mote so you can finally pick up the exotic auto rifle. I can't promise that will fix everybody's issue with Kvostov if you're still having them, but it certainly has resolved the issue for a fair few players, so it's another one to keep in mind. Up next though, something I was surprised and pleased to see in the past week, but DMG, previously a community manager for Destiny 2, shared the other day that on June 24th, he's going to be returning to the Bungie team as the global community lead for Destiny 2. So he's been away from Bungie for around about a year now, but that isn't going to be the case for much longer, so I think that's broadly a positive. DMG was always very good at communicating with folks, so I think we'll be in a good spot with Dylan returning. And otherwise, the final shape is getting some very, very good review scores. It's currently number 1 on Metacritic and OpenCritic's Best Video Games of 2024. Even the Steam ratings for Final Shape are very positive at the minute, and broadly for a lot of players of the game and reviewers alike, Final Shape appears to be one of the most appreciated bits of content that we've ever had for Destiny, so safe to say for the expansion itself, it has been a massive win for Bungie. I just hope that they can keep that momentum now, going into the new content schedule over the next year, and whatever comes beyond that. Overall though, good news, and I'd definitely be curious to get your overall impressions for the Final Shape in the comments section. A final couple of mentions here though, I'd actually completely forgotten that we did get more ritual armor for some of the playlists as part of the Echoes episode. So Destiny Tracker shared these right here. We can see the Crucible, Gambit, and Vanguard playlists. Pretty standard looking ritual armor, sort of reworked from other sets that we've had in the past, which isn't necessarily surprising, but nonetheless, there might be some there that you like the look of and plan to go pick up, so you can look out for those in the ritual activities. Also, if anyone hasn't acquired the Arbalist, which of course is a weapon that most long-time players of Destiny 2 will have, but if you don't happen to have that, there's actually a new exotic quest for it that you can pick up from Banshee in the tower. So if you want a guaranteed way to get it, doesn't look like it's too difficult of a quest or too long-winded, so that's something else we can go ahead and pick up. For today though guys, that does it for the news roundup, and I think for some of the bugs and issues in the game that have been sort of identified over the past week and a half, we're probably going to start seeing a lot more fixes in the patches that we'll get in the next couple of weeks, so I'll keep you posted on those. More than likely they'll be dropping on Tuesdays, which of course can be frustrating with it potentially causing server issues and stuff like that around reset, but fixes I suppose are generally better than not fixes overall, so there we go. Give us your thoughts in the comment section. If you've enjoyed today's video though, a rating really does help us out, and also get subscribed so I can keep you posted with more Destiny content. But otherwise for today, cheers for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys very soon.
I will be ready.